election was decisive. It was a bellwether. It was a time for choosing. And I tell you what, the American people chose overwhelmingly. They chose the Republican Party. And the reason they did that, they didn't come hesitantly. They came with hopeful anticipation. You know why? Because this is not your father's Democratic Party, okay?
Amen.
They went so far, full speed to the far left. And their radical, woke, progressive agenda, that nonsense that they tried to push on the people, was rejected by the people.
Yeah.
These new voters came to us. They had enough of the Biden-Harris madness and all the things they were trying to hoist upon the American people that they just don't believe in their hearts. And they were hopeful. They came to us with hope. They wanted us to restore common sense and accountability, and we promised to them that we would do just that. Those new demographics came to the Republican Party because of open borders wreaking havoc on their communities. They came because of weakness at home that fueled instability abroad, and because trillions in reckless spending put the price of gas and groceries further out of the reach for hardworking Americans. It wasn't right. President Trump and our Republican majority in Congress are fixing all of that right now. President Trump said this week, we're the hottest country in the world again. My friends, that is an objective truth. Hey, listen, how about all the wins for the president and this party? Here's just a sample from the last 2 weeks. The headline today will be, the one big beautiful bill passes the Congress, okay? You got to hold your applause. There's too many wins. Are you tired of winning yet?
No.
Fourth jobs report in a row exceeds expectations. A sample of the headlines. Lowest monthly border encounters in U.S. history. We closed the border. Last couple of days, a new trade deal with Vietnam and all the countries of the world around the world lining up for that. UPenn agrees to ban biological men from women's sports. And they ought to give a personal apology to every female athlete impacted by that nonsense. Gas prices are at a 4-year low, my friends. The Air Force and Space Force both hit their 2025 recruiting goals 3 months early. Israel is agreeing to a 60-day ceasefire with Hamas. Successful strike on Iranian nuclear sites handles that problem. That's exactly right. Strength is back. America's back. It's resulted now in a ceasefire deal between Iran and Israel. The NATO countries are increasing their defense spending, not just 2%, 5% of GDP, okay? The president got in charge and got a Rwanda-Congo peace deal. The Supreme Court ended nationwide injunctions. How about that? That conservative majority on the Supreme Court also allows third country deportations. We've had a record high stock market, and we're signing a China trade deal. That's just the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks. So many simple truths to share, and so little time to do it, because I want everybody to have a break here. But I just want to say this. It's really nice to hear my Democrat colleagues suddenly take an interest in working Americans again. Did you pick up on that theme today? Let's be clear. Working Americans stopped trusting Democrats a long time ago. That is a fact. They're looking to this side of the chamber. They're looking to the Republican Party and our principles to deliver the relief and the reform that they have long demanded, and they most certainly deserve. This big, beautiful bill fulfills all the promises of the American First Agenda. It is the people's bill. It is made for and shaped by the most diverse coalition of American voters in American history. Today, we are making the dream of a government that puts the American people first a reality. A reality. I would need this entire notebook to tell you all the great things in the big, beautiful bill. It is aptly named, but I'll just tell you a couple of the highlights. Record tax cuts for hardworking Americans. Historic savings at the same time to end reckless spending. We got energy dominance coming back to power our future. We have a secure border to protect American families. We have a strong military to restore peace through strength. And we have a government that is now accountable and responsive to the people once again. That's what we're delivering. For everyday Americans, this means real positive change that they can feel, and they will feel much more when this bill is done. Families back home will have real relief, an average of $10,000 in their pockets, thanks to the largest working and middle class tax cut in the history of this great nation. That's what we're doing today. You got hardworking Americans like our waiters and our bellhops and our hairstylists. They're going to keep 100% of their tips and overtime pay. That is money they earned. It does not belong to the government. It belongs to them, and they deserve to keep it. Small businesses that want to build and expand new factories, you know what they can do now? They can write off 100% of their investment. That will have us a lot more building. Young families who want to buy a home will be able to, thanks to historic savings that will put our country on a stronger financial footing. Pregnant women, children, seniors, single mothers, the disabled, and the low-income Americans among us receiving Medicaid and SNAP will have the peace of mind of knowing that we've made these safety nets stronger with our reforms. See, when Republicans are in charge, we bring common sense. We're going to make sure that Americans who do need and deserve those critical programs won't have to compete against people who can work but choose not to do so. That's not right. This bill is going to put fairness back in the system. We are returning to common sense. We're returning to what is good and decent that people know in their hearts, and that's why they support it. More Americans will be working, volunteering, and serving their communities because modest, common sense work requirements will restore dignity and purpose to those on taxpayer-funded benefits. The bill will also mean that safer streets are available in every zip code around the country because our border will remain fully and totally secure. The Republican Party stands for law and order, and this is the side that stands with law enforcement, the brave men and women who are on the front line. The idea that those who put their own lives on the line to protect us would be assaulted for doing their jobs is unconscionable. Law enforcement, I know you agree. I know, amen. Law enforcement will have the help of a border wall now that's 100% complete.
I think it's going to end this because it's just lies. Are you okay with that? I don't think we need to hear the lies.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same old thing.
Sometimes they're just evil.
And it's nothing but
sometimes they're just evil and they're going to do terrible.
My apologies. Yeah, same old lies, talking about nothing. You going back around in circles on what you're talking about. Hadn't really said anything what that bill is completely, truthfully about. That's the whole thing. It's absolutely insane that these people are sitting up here talking this nonsense, talking in circles and telling lies. Because we all know that there is nothing beautiful about this bill whatsoever. 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 Come on, head back into the house. Nothing but lies. And if you guys missed it before this segment, the Democratic Party's Jeffries was basically speaking, talking, just giving their spill on it, so I just wanted to stop in quickly and see if anybody was listening to this nonsense, because it's absolutely nonsense. So going forward, we're going to see exactly what's going to happen, what's going to kick off, all of those things. So yeah, is anybody else watching it? Are you listening to it, or what's going on?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's just, all of it, it doesn't make sense, because it's like, if they're going to be, cutting up everything and making all these cuts, what is it? I mean, who's going to benefit from it? We're not the American people. We know what it's all about. It's about the rich people, the wealthy people, so again, all lies. They're not even talking about anything for real. And I'm like, and see, this is another thing that trips me out with these people. You acting like you so Christian when we know you're not. With all the amens and all of this, what are you saying amen for? Because you're the devil in disguise. Honestly, you are the devil in disguise. You shouldn't even be using amen whatsoever. So these people are absolutely crazy. They are insane. They're absolutely insane. Mari, come on over here, man. You better leave them ants alone. They're gonna get you. Yeah, so I just wanted to stop in quickly, see if anybody else was listening to this, and kind of go from there. So I may go back on live later on. I don't really do this too often because I don't have the time to do it, but I may pop on a little bit later and kind of go from there. So I'm going to end it right now, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. And thank you for all the ones that was listening, all of that. So you guys take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.